because we live in a quantum reality, there's no set outcome for us around healing. There's an array of probabilities, and the future self calling on an optimal future is in fact reaching into what Jean Houston calls the quantum foam and drawing toward ourselves the more healed possibilities. I actually learned really early on in doing this process at trainings around the country. I mean, I've done a lot of group future self journeys. And one thing I've learned is what the body learns, the psyche will follow.
Right.
So for me, the key piece here is to help people not only get a sense of possibility, because we certainly want that, but also to help them access the body states that are part of our wholeness. I guess another bottom line thing here, we are whole at the core. Right. And I remember when my first somatic experiencing teacher and now dear friend Diane Heller said, what we're doing when we work with people to heal from trauma is the same as when Michelangelo talked about David. You know, David's in the marble. I'm just getting everything out of the way that hides him. And Diane used to say, our wholeness is intact. It's in there, but we're getting the trauma out of the way so that the wholeness can spontaneously arise. And I very much feel that from the future self work, that we have, that the optimal future self, I have never had it not be available to someone, no matter how deeply wounded they might be, that possibility exists. And one of the ways people have used this is, let's say you're working with someone who can't do imagery, or their imagination is too locked in that they can't let themselves move toward the as yet to be realized. Right. Many, many people have told me over the years, and I've certainly seen this with clients, that even just suggesting the hand of the future self resting on their shoulder. Mm-hmm. Someone told me a story just last week about how all she's ever wanted is to feel supported through her whole life. And suddenly she was doing some future self work, and all of a sudden there was this arm around her. Mm-hmm. And she stayed with her body to soak that in. It was spontaneous. It just happened to have emerged from the work she was doing. And because of that, she was able to put her arm around a child part that she had not really been able to engage before. And when we talked about it, she said that she was still resonating with the experience of having been supported in a way she actually didn't believe was possible. And I think what gives this power is that it's a lived experience.